Hi, this is Kit, and I am going to go through a video tutorial of making tinted lip balm with my 7-year-old son as Christmas gifts. So it starts out with a list of items, including beeswax, which I actually rendered from raw beeswax in a previous video, but it's 20 grams of the beeswax goes into the recipe. So it's 20 grams of coconut oil go in. $40 grams of olive oil. Everything's 2s and 4s for the most part. 4 capsules of the vitamin E squeezed out. So you put a piercing in there and then squeeze out the drops. And then 20 drops of peppermint oil. If you want to have that like really nice pepperminty taste. You could probably substitute with a different essential oil if you wanted to change, but I think the peppermint's quite nice. And to make it tinted, you need to have lipstick available as well, like a 1/2 inch. So we used a scale to make it really accurate, and sorry for the shaky camera movements for a while as I monitored how much he was putting into the bowl. But this is a 7-year-old doing the work, so it was really a good gift idea for him to be able to master. I helped him to pour the olive oil only because it comes out fast, and it takes a sec for the scale to catch up with the actual amount. We squeezed in the capsules with the vitamin E, which just adds a little bit of moisturizing, added the 20 peppermint drops, and then added a chunk of lipstick. So we microwaved the entire concoction in 15-second bursts, so 15-second bursts, and it probably melted in like 1.5 to 2 minutes worth. It may have melted faster if we had given it straight, but I didn't want to scorch. So once the entire concoction is in liquid form, you can get your chapstick vials. I did buy these off of the internet but for a while, whenever I ran out of chapstick with something that you get like at a festival, I would just reserve them and clean them out when they were used up and then fill those. They work perfectly fine for this. The recipe that I just gave you made 14 chapstick vials, so you could cut it down and make a smaller amount. And what I've also done is I've made up this concoction. I've just put it in a container and then re-microwaved it to fill like 1 or 2 vials at a time. We also, as you can see, just use a medicine like applicator to fill. It works out really well with filling up the little chapstick vials. The one thing is it comes out kind of fast because there's a little bit of resistance to the suction or the pump device. I'm sure that there's like a technical term for that. It fills right up and it starts solidifying rather quickly. So we got about halfway through making up the vials, and the mixture started to coagulate a little bit as it dried. You can see in some of the chapstick vials that he filled in the very beginning, they're starting to dry out, and the wax will retract a little bit as it dries out. We made some spills. I definitely had to clean up and wipe up the vials like after they were completely solidified at the end so that they weren't goopy being given out as gifts. We spilled a little bit in the counter. Spilled a little bit on him that I just scraped off of his shirt with a knife. You can see I'm cleaning up the vials from any of like the stuff that oozed off the side, just wiping with a paper towel, giving it a nice wipe down. And you can see we made about 14 of those. So they turned out quite nice. The tinting, I could have even added a little bit more lipstick if I had wanted to, but it turned out quite nice. You could do the same thing and leave out the tinting in order to make an untinted version as well. But again, a perfect gift for a 7-year-old to make for family or friends. Take care.